morning, and welcome to You Be the Judge. You know, normally at this time of year we do a show on toy safety, but this particular year I wanted to share with you some ideas of things that you might be able to do to help those in our community that are in need. I can't remember in my lifetime a time that the American people are suffering more as a result of the income inequality that we see. The need for food banks, and the need for soup kitchens, and the need for clothing for the poor, and the need to be available to people to help them with emotional and physical problems that they're having. And there's so many good things in our region that I thought I'd invite a person who is responsible for helping so many of these causes, a person who I'm very jealous of because he has that great voice that you hear on television whenever you hear somebody having a fundraising program. It's normally Tom Welby, who's behind the microphone, but more importantly, behind the scenes, helping EOTC and Marley's Mission and so many other great charities. And Tom, thank you for being with me today.
Thank you, Todd.
Thanks for giving me the idea that it's maybe a good idea for us to talk to people about what they can do over this holiday season.
And what I like too, and thank you for those kind words, and also for you allowing for us and the guests here today to talk about all of the things that we need to just remind ourselves that we can do a couple of extra things the holidays. But as you pointed out when we were talking about it, and I think it's important for people to remember, and we'll talk about this, and that is that the need is great, certainly during the holidays, but the need continues 365 days a year.
December 28th, the unemployment checks are going to stop for 1.3 million Americans. To me, that's inconceivable. And those are checks that, in fact, actually help the economy, because for every dollar we give in unemployment benefits, we get like $1.07 back. So it's an investment in the economy.
Yep.
And we're not going to fund them because somehow taking care of social insurance is not something that certain members of our Congress want to do.
We can only hope that people see the road that we're on, and when it comes time to be in the next election and the cycles after that they do what it's going to take to change that terrible road that we seem to be going down. I don't mean to be political about it, but there are changes that we have to be aware of, and we can make those changes through the electoral process, and we have to remember that.
And our first guest today that we have here comes from EOTC, where you serve on the board. And we've had Sharon McCrone, the executive director over there, on. And we certainly welcome you to talk a little bit about the needs of EOTC and all of the great things that you do over there. So please stay tuned to You Be the Judge. I'm Todd O'Malley with the law offices of O'Malley and Langen. If I say the word tragedy, what do you think? Floods, hurricanes, devastation on a huge scale. I bet not one of you thought work injury. And that's a problem in our society. Just because something happens one person at a time doesn't make it any less significant. Over 3.5 million people are injured or killed on the job every year, each an individual tragedy. If you've been hurt at work, call O'Malley and Langen, 1-800-817-COMP.